So well, so good to see you here today, Anne. And I think we're about like 4.5 to 5 months out. I think we're at now.
That's amazing. I can't believe it's been that long. It seems like it's happened fast.
Yeah, the summer and the heat, and we're talking
I,
about it being 98 degrees, and now it's
well,
cooled
that's
down.
great. But just the benefits that I've gotten,
Yeah, tell
they
me about
don't
it.
seem like it happened quickly.
How long did you expect it would take to, lose I guess we're at, what is it, 15 pounds down, or was it 19 pounds? That's what it was,
It
19
was
pounds.
19.
Hmm.
I, some things happened really quickly that I was amazed at. The overall weight um, just seemed real steady.
Hmm.
Um, the part about my waist, if you remember that was
Yeah, two
just
inches.
a real shock. Yeah. So, um,
And we were only a month in, right? We did that first video. It was just 1 month after. It's probably only 5 pounds, but you noticed where the pounds came from, right?
yes, and I still don't understand that, but you probably explained it, and I always forget these things. But that was pretty fascinating.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. And I remember, with the blood pressure medication, on day one, you were kind of told that, hey, we might need to come off this, and we've still been like on the line. You've noticed your pressure changing maybe as you stray from the diet. Like, tell me about how you've
You
seen
know,
that change and add.
that is very interesting. I can watch it change about 10, from the 110s into the 120s,
Hmm.
depending on what I've eaten. And if I think it's getting too high, then I just head back to, I still have that daily dozen list, and I
Mm-hmm.
throw in more greens, and I don't know, but it comes back down. It's pretty fascinating.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that now like what can increase and decrease, and you can kind of be the judge for yourself, right? If you need to
You know,
lower it.
that's been an incredible advantage because you have something that you're in charge of, that you're able to do to help. Well, in this case, my blood pressure. Um,
Hmm.
um, I love seeing that if I change my diet, my blood pressure will go back down. And if I, eat things I shouldn't eat for a couple of days and all, it kind of starts creeping back up.
Yeah, it's good that you're taking those measurements daily, right? It's like it's different from looking at the scale, but it's another measurement that we can tune into and really get real life results from. So I think that's
Um,
wonderful.
it is helpful, obviously, because I can make a difference in it, right?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so now that you've lost like 19 pounds, last time we asked you how you were feeling just after five, like how did things change? I know at first you noticed your pants were like two inches too big, but like what happened after that, after you continued
That
to lose
was
weight? Like what did you notice?
um the weight seemed to come off generally all over more. I mean,
Mhm.
it would have been really nice if it had continued to come off my waist as much,
Mhm.
but my waist still, what that initial weight I lost, the situation is still the same. So I have to make adjustments to any skirt I wear because otherwise I can't wear it. So that's fascinating to me. And the other weight I think has come off in general. I can feel it. Actually, I think I can feel it on bad days and good days. If I don't eat so great, I feel a little more bloated, etc. But when I eat correctly in a um, consecutive days, I can feel I can feel that I don't have as many pounds on me.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And in terms of, yeah, I guess the day to day, I know that at a certain point you started kind of adopting the Tai Chi, but I do want to talk about the fact that we were able to lose this weight without really like adding much exercise. Is that the case for you? I mean, that's what it seemed like on my end, that the weight was just coming off. You didn't have to, sweat in the gym or anything like that. Is that the case?
Well, I'm really sorry to have to admit that. The weight's coming off. Um, and the exercise has not gotten that much. I did add some. I did do some walking uphill and downhill, and I do that pretty much every day, but not for a long amount of time.
Mhm.
So, quite frankly, I think it was the diet that had to do with the pounds coming off, not the exercise. I'm not sure I recommend that to everybody. I mean, let's
Mhm.
throw both of them in there,
Mhm.
the exercise and the diet. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with where I am now, even though I do know I need to up the exercise.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's, that's part of the interesting research about the whole food plant-based diet is that this is the only diet in research and clinical studies where you can actually lose weight without having to count those calories and restrict the portions and without having to do increase in exercise. But we've
Hmm.
definitely found that, women, Bella, who's our intern, I'll be interviewing her shortly, she lost 2 pounds a week. And I think it was that combination of the diet and the exercise just kind of sped up
Absolutely.
that
I mean,
process, right?
in my head, 2 pounds a week is what I thought was a reasonable thing to do.
Mhm,
And I didn't get quite that much, but I
mhm.
wasn't in that exercise mode either. So,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and to be able to make, I mean, at least a pound a week steady, continuing, and then you mentioned that, at some points you've strayed, but you've maintained that 19-pound decrease. So has that continued to be kind of easy for you, like just to
I'm
stay
still,
at that level?
yes, it is. And I quit weighing every day, which we did initially. I'm doing it
Hmm.
once a week.
Hmm.
And, I haven't had any big raises or anything. And I'm thrilled if it's down like a pound. And
Hmm.
if it's not, I kind of watch and I evaluate if I've eaten anything I shouldn't eat. And I don't know, I'm happy with it.
Absolutely.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
it's an
able
amazing
to,
success.
well, I think I'm amazing. What's so amazing is that you gave me all this information that gives me control. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we talk about the levers. I'm like, we can pull, there's 5 levers we can pull. You don't have to pull them all at the same time, right? That could be overwhelming. And the talk I gave was the small steps, continuing on
Yes,
that lifelong journey, right?
yes, yes,
Wow, great.
absolutely.
And, how would you experience, how would you be, let's see. So I guess, how does it feel to like take care of yourself this season? We've had like a whole season now. It's been from summer into fall. Like, how has that felt for you emotionally to be able to notice a change in the right direction for you?
Well, emotionally, it's it's kind of it's empowering. It helps your mood. I mean, there are other things that may make my mood go up and down, but to know, I mean, I always believed in eating properly, right?
Hmm.
Healthy
Hmm.
things, no, but um I'd never tried the plant-based diet. So essentially with the plant-based diet, I have this whole list of things that I can eat. And oh, where was I going with this on the mood and changes? All of it, all of it keeps me kind of on a steady pace. If I think some things are wrong, I look and go, oh gosh, I haven't had spinach in a while. I better throw the
Hmm.
spinach in there today. Um, I do the same with berries, because I don't eat them
Hmm.
every morning, but then I like that you can go back to it. And I even have a list. I can just turn my phone on and I can, I just Google that daily dozen list and
Hmm.
I look over that and it's awesome because I went, oops, I forgot this one. Better throw some walnuts in, it's very
Absolutely.
helpful. Yeah.
I do the same thing. I mean, sometimes I'm like, greens, where'd the greens go? Why aren't they, you like low on greens in your fridge and you start looking at all the colors get a little bit more orange and yellow, right? And you're like, I need something,
Right. That's
something
good.
green in there. Yeah, and I like what you're saying as well. It's not like, okay, how do I need to restrict all of my favorite things? It's more like if I've done something and I'm not on my goals, like what am I missing that I want to eat more of?
See, that's a very different thing, actually.
Right.
Instead of panicking because and beating yourself up because you had a piece of cake at that party you went to, you can just come home and kind of look at what you ought to be eating and what you've missed out, and you're right back on track. I mean, it's pretty nice.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, before this program, like, had you tried any approaches to lose weight, like the calorie cutting, the restriction, or anything like
Mm,
that?
I have to tell you, I did many years ago.
Hmm.
Um, when I was younger, it was a little bit different when I got older here. And at that point, I did do the exercises. I did watch calories.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think at that time there was a lot of um, stipulation as to, uh, well, it wasn't a plant-based diet. It was
Right.
like, quit throwing all that fattening dressing on every salad you eat,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, so it was actually very different from what I'm doing now, because a lot of these foods you can eat a lot of, and they're not calorie dense. Is that the word?
Right. Yeah. But
So
fat is the common theme with a lot of these. They'll sometimes they throw out like, you've got to eat 50 grams of protein in the morning and also cut your fat down, and it's like, I've seen a
yes.
few of these studies recently where things work, but they can be really unsustainable, in the long term, it sounds like.
Oh, interesting. I bet so. I bet so. Um, and once I gained weight, somehow I couldn't get back on that. Now that I have this different way of eating, uh, I see progress, and I see it in a way that myself at my age can handle.
Yeah, absolutely. That's wonderful. And I'm just curious, as we continue on this path, you're down 19 pounds, you have a lot of choices in terms of where you want to go next. Like, what is it that you're looking forward to do as we go into the winter for your health?
Quite frankly, I just want to get back into doing my Tai Chi practice. And it's hard for me. I know that's not connected to this plant-based diet, but I'm hoping, because I am in a better mood. I mean, I feel more confident in myself, et cetera, et cetera. And so I don't know. Here's one of my failings. I keep telling myself any day now I'm going to head over to the practice room over there and just do that Tai Chi, whatever I can do every morning. Maybe next time we have an interview, I'll report to you that I'm back on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to check in with you on that. And I mean, well, that's the key here, is that there is the plant-based diet, which I do put in the center of the program, so that, like we said, we can lose weight effortlessly, we can feel full, and we can nourish ourselves with foods that are helpful. Because if we just do Tai Chi and we eat the same standard American diet, you may feel a little bit better, but you're not going to really start making that change. But now that you are feeling better, now that you are, you know, getting out of pain and feeling lighter, right? Like, I definitely
That's
encourage Tai Chi,
right.
definitely
Yes.
encourage that kind of movement. And that's part of the
Yes.
whole health aspect, right? Instead of just the diet,
Mhm.
there's how can we and I love this. There's I'm reading How Not to Diet again by Dr. Michael Greger. It's an
Uh-huh.
amazing book. It's a 24-hour audiobook, so it takes a while, but he talks about exercise and the importance here of making sure that there's exercise and then there's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So that's when you're walking around the house. That's when you're going down the hall to say hi to your friend. That's when you're fidgeting and moving. And they found that when people don't really exercise and then they do a little bit of exercise, sometimes they make up for the calories they burn by eating more the next day or moving less. And so the interesting thing is, instead
Oh,
of thinking, I need to go to this place to exercise, right? Like thinking,
yes.
what is
It
something
needs
enjoyable?
it
Yeah,
needs to be part of what you do every day,
that's
right?
right.
Yeah,
And
I
not
get
like, I
it.
did a good thing today. I did my Tai Chi. Now I'm going to get a dessert, right? It's like, I'm doing this
Yeah,
because it
no, no,
feels
I wouldn't
good,
do
right?
that.
And yeah, I
I would
know, of
never
course you
do that.
would. But that the interesting thing of the body, when we exert ourselves once and then our body's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose weight. I need to hold on to this. I need to slow down my metabolism. It actually does happen. It's really interesting. So you do start with
Oh,
that
interesting.
journey, which I encourage the movement, right? Like, Like you're
Yes.
saying, you love
Yeah.
Tai Chi. It feels good. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like a workout. You're getting your body moving.
Mhm.
And, to continue with something that feels like it's fun, and exciting, right?
I know. That's why I don't understand why I'm not up doing that already every day, but I think I'll get there.
Yeah, no, I think you will too. Yeah, we're gonna stay connected and keep checking in. I definitely want to hear next month that you're feeling more limber and moving, even in the cold temperatures. And
Oh, this is my favorite. I love the cold weather.
yeah, oh yeah, this is a good time to. And I've talked with people, instead of thinking about let's walk a mile, it's like, well, can we go to this cool tree, that's outside and go sit by it and come back? And maybe that's further than we normally walk, right? And
See,
breathe it.
that's great. I mean, there's a lot you can do that I understand that is helpful and gets you moving. And um, um, the exercise doesn't have to be the sweating in the gym. I
Right.
mean, should be a little more than what I do, but
Mhm.
nevertheless.
Yeah, yeah, it's to, having a continued finding what's good and making it grow a little bit, right? Like going from 10 minutes to 15 to eventually they say you need about an hour a day, or more. And and so sometimes setting a high bars, trying for an hour, maybe you only do 30 minutes. But if you try for 30 minutes, maybe you only do 15. And so, really that encouragement. But, I'm curious, I've talked with a lot of women recently who are in a similar position that need to lose 20, 50, 100 pounds. And, I guess what would you say to them if they're considering doing this, but they're not sure if they want to move forward with this program?
I to me, there were two things about the program. One is it was healthy eating. Um, and there were a lot of things. I mean, you can eat a heck of a lot of beans or a heck of a lot of spinach and throw some quinoa with that. And you've got a lot of food. It tastes good because, you have to use some spices on it too.
Hmm.
So you get a lot of good food that tastes really good, but it's not a lot of calories, and not eating a baked potato with onion with butter and sour cream all over it.
Hmm.
I'm throwing wild blueberries, which I have to buy frozen, and then I warm them up in the microwave.
Hmm.
But I'm buying wild blueberries and throwing that in my oatmeal or with my toast in the morning instead of jelly. Um, there's just so many things in this diet that you can eat. Oh, I also meant to say, one of the bad times for me was always in the evenings,
Hmm.
pushing the time I might go to bed. And I would want ice cream or I would want something sweet. And I'll tell you what really happened here. It's not that I kind of lost the pleasure in having something like that, but it's that I got very full from my meals,
Hmm.
and I didn't even think of eating anything else. That was very interesting.
Absolutely. A lot of people are saying like, wait, we're eating more food than normal? Like, what does this mean? I don't know if I trust you, right? And then you're like, well, that's
It's
why
it
I'm not craving this stuff late at night, right?
Yes, that was very interesting and that was very helpful. And I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but I have some limitations. I have shaky hands, I have a tremor,
Mm-hmm.
and I so I can't cook and blah blah cut up onions anymore, but I found so many things. I found um, quinoa in a heat package, and I found plain old peanut butter with just peanut butter and salt. Sorry about
Hmm.
salt, but not, a
Now
list
you
of
know how to do it with the
ingredients.
blood pressure though, right? You
Just
know how to
like,
moderate it.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
true. And
Hmm.
I find so many things that can help season my meals when I have to essentially use the microwave. I mean, a lot of people won't want to hear that because it's not healthy, but
Yeah.
I just have
Microwaves
to.
can be healthy, by the way. Like there's research that microwaves are completely healthy way of doing it, and maybe even healthier because they cook for less time. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still
So, you know,
alive.
yeah, you're
But
still alive.
I
Yeah.
found a way to cook with my limitations to cook healthy, enjoy the food, and lose weight.
Absolutely. Yeah, let me ask you like just a question dedicated to this is, you know, I know that you were unable to chop and really weren't cooking a lot. So what were some of the things that made things easier for you where you could still get food without having to prepare 20, 30 minutes without having to chop things? Like what did you
You want
use the most?
examples of like what I get to eat?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I know you're using some of the resources that are already there for you, right? And you're
Right,
yeah, some like
occasionally.
examples of things that made things easier for you.
I found all sorts of veggies, um, particularly ones I like: broccoli, spinach. I love uh, those little green peas, green beans.
Yeah, green
Oh,
peas,
shoot.
yeah, there you go. Green peas or green beans, that sounds right.
All of these
The snap. Oh,
come frozen.
edamame, is that what it was?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Oh God!
yeah.
See, I have this problem. I have this old one.
Oh, for
This
sure.
these they just the words disappear. Sorry, but I also was able to find things like chopped onions and peppers already
Mm,
frozen.
mhm.
I always look to be sure there's not gobs of ingredients in them, and there's not. There's just these
Yeah,
things. I find those. I find the quinoa, a lot of things, a lot of veggies. Then fruits as well. I found a huge sack of wild blueberries, just blueberries,
nice.
and I buy that. And so that's always in the fridge. I buy some fresh fruits, keep those. I keep frozen blueberries too. I mean, I'd love to keep these all fresh, but I'm unable to go to the store to replenish that often. So the
Yeah,
frozen things work for me. I get black beans in a can and I will add them to, I found some plant-based black bean burgers that have a touch of heat to them, and I love
hmm,
those. So when I miss the meat that I used to eat all the time, I eat one or two of those. They're great. I found plant-based meatballs. So I
nice.
have two things in my freezer that uh, suit me when I remember the meals I used to eat.
Absolutely, and I love that. And you know, I know that sometimes people are concerned about like healthy food breaking the bank or costing like a ton of money. I mean, the frozen veggies, the grains, I mean, did that break the bank for you? Like how are
The,
you doing that?
the frozen vegetables are very inexpensive.
Mm, hmm.
Some fruits I've found um, can be very expensive, but not the blueberries.
Right.
And what else? Lima beans. Those are the beans that I love.
Oh, nice.
So
Hmm.
I keep lima beans all. So I keep all those veggies and those particular frozen fruits in the fridge at all times. So I'm able to do something. I also keep a whole grain oatmeal. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Anyway, good.
yeah. I think the
But
microwavable one, right? That's what you used.
yes, it
Hmm.
is microwavable. But it has nothing. Well, it has different grains in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
It had
gosh, I'm
quinoa
so.
and buckwheat, I think, and yeah, it
Um,
had a good
yeah,
mix actually. I
yes, it
definitely
had a
recommend
good
that.
mix,
Hmm.
and they carry the brand in the stores, but they always have the flavored ones. So, but
Hmm.
I will use that. I will use that with the fruit. Makes a great breakfast. I also love it with lima beans. So
That's
I'm
great.
sure
Yeah.
everybody out there is going sick, but I make kind of a savory meal out of it.
Yeah, I think it was 7 or 8 years ago. Someone told me you could do savory oats, and I was like, savory oats? What do you mean? She's like, I'm putting like beans in there. I'm putting, you know,
Yes.
cabbage. I'm like, what? Really?
Onions? Yes.
Onions? Yeah.
Savory oatmeal is good.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I've had friends say, I need something savory. This oatmeal's too sweet. And I'm like, well, I mean, there's tons of grains we can eat, right? The breakfast quinoa, which is in that. There's buckwheat. I mean, there's so many
Mm.
different grains. So it seems like I've noticed like part of your success was really enjoying these like whole grains. You really went into that. you're really eating the fruits, eating veggies, and really getting in the beans. I mean, when I look at the photos, I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. She's following the program to her abilities the way that she wants to do it on your terms. And it looked really good. I was getting hungry.
For me, I
Yeah.
must say it did inspire me that you were following up, that you were checking in on me. And, there might have been a few times when I said, this doesn't look healthy enough and Josh is going to see it. I better throw something else in here,
Woohoo! A little
So
accountability and a little peer
that's
pressure can be
right.
nice, huh?
That's all right. But, now that we're not doing that on a daily basis or so often, I'm still doing really well.
I love
So,
that.
there you go.
That's the sustainability we're looking for, Anne. Thank you so much. Oh, it's so good to check in with you. I really love just seeing your face. I think it's been a while since we've actually talked face to
It
face, and I can
has. It
notice some really
has.
cool differences. It's almost like I'm talking to a different person right now, but
Good for me. I feel
yeah.
good today.
Oh,
Well,
yay.
I feel good lots of days, actually. And I credit that to the way I eat. Thank you very much.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that
Thank
so much. Well, I've had a really enjoyable time, and thank you so much for this interview. I'm going to, let's see if I could,
you.
can you say that again? So one of the biggest things that you saw
Is
was,
that if you falter, like you eat something wrong, well, but I keep track of my blood pressure and
Mhm.
feeling bloated, and you can immediately change your diet because you know what to do. Don't put any more salt on that. And
Mhm.
because sometimes the oatmeal and the lima beans and the salt are pretty good, but
Mhm.
um, and you can make a difference. I mean,
Absolutely.
I really, that's one of my favorite things. At least I know what to do.
Yeah, you see the results very
Yes,
quickly.
yeah,
You see them reverse quickly, you see them come back quickly when
yeah.
you stray, and that's helpful in terms of knowing the decision. And in terms of a salt option, you may not know, but miso paste is a nice salty flavor. It's from soy and it's fermented, and it does not increase blood pressure like salt. It's got a flavor. Have you
Yeah.
seen it in the store?
Um, is is it in the spices aisle?
It
No.
depends. Sometimes it's in an ethnic aisle, like
Yes, I've
the
seen it before.
Asian aisle. And
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes there's expensive ones, sometimes there's more affordable ones, but it lasts forever. You barely use a little bit of it, and you can put it in hot water to like make it more broth-like,
Uh-huh.
pour it over the beans, and that could be a good way to get some salty flavor in without the salt.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Add
Awesome,
that to my
man.
Josh, thanks so
Yeah,
much.
this has been great. It's
And
been so
keep
fun to
posting.
check
I
in.
like when I find a little clip.
Oh, yay. Well, you've been such an inspiration to me and so many other women. So thanks
Well,
for
thank you.
keeping it going. I love checking in with you and hope to see you again soon.
Okay,
All
thanks.
right, Dan.
Bye.
Have a great day. All right, bye-bye.